Hey everybody, hey everybody, it's JB here from IQ Graphic Design. Just wanted to make a quick blog post about music royalties. I find that it's a quite misunderstood concept in the music industry. So number one, first fact that I want to state is that there are two sides to music royalties. So you have a 50% side, which is singer-songwriter side, meaning you wrote the song or you helped produce the beat, you wrote some of the lyrics, you helped come up with the melody, and then you have the other 50% side, which is publishing. So as a publisher, so if literally you created your own publishing company and put your music out throughout, through yourself, then you're entitled to both of those 50% portions. So, and that applies for every section of royalties that I'm about to describe, in this video. So number one is going to be mechanical royalties. That's probably one of the most common types of royalties paid out. So a mechanical royalty is paid when an artist's work is reproduced. So whether that's a single, a mixtape, or a complete album, an EP, whatever the case is. Let's say you cut that record, you turn it into the record label then reproduces copies of that work. Once again, whether it's a single album, mixtape, it doesn't matter. They have to pay you for every single copy that is reproduced. And those types of payments are called mechanical royalties. Okay, so the second type of music royalties that are going to be paid are called public performance royalties. They're one of the most common types of royalties, so they're paid anytime your work is actually performed. So that's a spin on the radio, live performance like a concert, a pre-recorded performance like if it's going to be rebroadcast on television. If you hear music over like the overhead speakers in a restaurant or a building somewhere that you're at, they have that sound system that's just kind of playing in the background. All of that is considered public performance, and you'll be paid royalties for that. The difference with this one particular type of royalty is it's usually paid to a performance rights organization. So that's basically going to be BMI or ASCAP. You just go to either one of their websites. There's also another called SESAC that you could use if you like, but the two most popular are BMI and ASCAP. You just go to their website, register, and then license your music from there. They'll collect your payments and distribute it down to you. It's that simple. Okay, so third type of music royalties, most commonly paid out are going to be synchronization. You may hear them called sync royalties, SYNC, but that's short for synchronization, and basically that just means anytime your audio is paired with visual media. So that could be TV commercials, movies, film soundtracks, online advertisements. Just anytime a company, and this is typically going to be a company, this isn't going to be like another artist or some of that nature. It's typically going to be a company licensing your music to pair with their visuals, typically, like I say, for either online advertisement or for film. So those can be paid directly to whoever the publisher is. We'll get into that later on as far as setting up your own publishing company. It's actually relatively easy to do, and it's highly suggested. Okay, so fourth type of music royalty paid is print royalties. I'm sorry about that. So it's the least common, not to say that it's not valuable, because it definitely is, but so that's basically going to be any time that your music is printed out or transcribed onto a physical piece of paper, or nowadays it could be typed on a computer, so on and so forth. That just doesn't happen much these days. So I guess a good example of that would be something like if you make an instrumental and that instrumental becomes popular, and now let's say like a college band or a church choir or somebody that deals in instrumentation wants to teach their band or teach their choir, well, not choir, I guess, but teach their band, to play that music. They would have to have sheet music with those notes on them, transcribed and printed out so that each musician would know, their notes and be able to play. And that's called print royalties. Like I say, it's one of the most least common, but it does exist, and it is, you know, used. Okay, so these are the four most common music royalties. Just to be clear, there are other types of licenses. They're listed actually in the post below, that you can use to generate these types of royalty payments, but just understand that royalties basically equals payments, and these are the type of payments you know, that you're entitled to receive as a musician or an artist. There'll be subsequent blog posts kind of trying to elaborate on this stuff and break it down a little bit more. Like I say, those other licenses, as well as digital streams and things of that nature. But I just wanted to cover the basics, kind of get you guys introduced to who aren't familiar with that territory. Let's get it going. All right, guys. JB IQ Graphic Design. Y'all take it easy.